Welcome to the place where men stop pretending. If you're here, it's because something inside of you knows that life can't keep going like this. You're not weak. You're not broken. But you are tired, worn out from carrying the silence, dragging around a weight no one else seems to see. Before we go any further, hit subscribe. Share this with a brother who's fighting a silent war. And stay until the end. There's a sentence, a truth, that if you repeat it every morning and every night, it'll rewire your mind. So don't miss it. Here's the thing. No one's going to save you. Let me say that again so it hits right in the chest. No one is coming. Not your boss, not your girl, not some miracle in a bottle. You either rise or you rot. That's the truth no one tells you about depression. It's not just sadness. It's not just crying in a dark room. Hell, most men I see haven't cried in years. Depression for men is different. It's anger with nowhere to go. It's silence so loud you can't sleep. It's showing up every day with a fake smile while something inside of you is screaming, "What the hell am I doing with my life?" You want brutal honesty? Here it is. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're just living a life that doesn't feed your soul anymore. You wake up, you work, you nod, you perform. But inside, numb. And no one notices because you keep showing up. But showing up doesn't mean you're living. It means you're existing, surviving. And survival, amigo, is a poor substitute for purpose. Most men live lives of quiet desperation. Henry David Thoreau. Let me ask you something real. When was the last time you felt like you mattered, not because of your paycheck, not because of your title, but because you as a man believed in your own value? And if that question stings, good. That means we're getting close to the wound. Depression is not just about what's happening outside. It's about what's missing inside. Connection, meaning, self-worth, a fire. You've been conditioned to keep pushing, to not complain, to grind in silence. That's what they told us, right? Be a man. But they never told us how to heal. How to sit with pain without letting it eat us alive. How to cry without shame. How to fight without destroying ourselves in the process. Let me tell you something, and you better hear it like I'm standing in front of you, face to face. If I have to come down there and fight your battles, I might as well live your life for you. This is your fight, your soul, your future. I've sat with men who built million-dollar empires and still felt worthless. I've coached warriors who won fights in cages but lost a war inside their minds. And do you know what they all had in common? They were starving for self-respect, not approval, not applause, not followers. Self-respect, that quiet, unshakable belief that you matter. Because when you don't value yourself, you chase the world to fill the void. You need someone to text back, to choose you, to clap for you, to say, "You're enough." But listen carefully, that's not their job. It never was. You've been outsourcing your worth, depending on people who don't even know your full story, depending on outcomes that are never guaranteed. Depending on substances, distractions, porn, temporary highs, false pride. The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Warren Buffett. Wake up. If you keep living like your soul doesn't matter, eventually you'll forget it's even there. But you're here, which means something inside you still believes. And that part, that tiny flicker of belief, that's the beginning of a comeback. It starts with brutal clarity. You gotta stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending you're fine. Stop minimizing the ache. This isn't drama. This isn't weakness. This is war. And the battlefield is between your ears. You don't need a miracle. You need a plan. You need discipline, structure, and non-negotiable habits that rebuild the man under the rubble. So get up, not because you feel like it, but because your soul is on the line. Drink water. Get sunlight. Put your phone down. Look in the damn mirror and tell the truth. You're not okay? Good. That's a place to start. Most men never admit it. They just drown slow. But not you. Not anymore. Because here's the punchline they never told you. Depression thrives in silence. But healing thrives in movement. You move. You act. You show up. Even when it's small. Even when it's messy. You journal what hurts. You lift heavy. You cut off what drains you. You stop chasing women who don't see your worth. You stop negotiating with your own mind. You do this every damn day. Without applause. Without fanfare. Without the world noticing. Because real men rebuild in silence and rise in power. This is just the beginning. And if you've made it this far, you've already taken the hardest step. You didn't quit. Keep going. Stick around for block 2, and I'll take you deeper into the tools, habits, and internal fire that'll change everything. But first, here's your daily truth. Say it in the morning. Say it before bed. Tattoo it on your soul. I matter. I rise. I rebuild. No matter what. If that line hits you, drop a 100 in the comments. Let's show the algorithm how strong this brotherhood is. Subscribe. Share this. Someone you know needs to hear what you just heard. And don't forget, you are the rescue. All right, you're still here. That tells me one thing. You're not done. You've tasted the truth in block 1. It stung. It shook you. Maybe it even made you tear up in a room where no one could see. But now it's time to move. To build. Because this is where most men fail. They hear the truth but don't act on it. You want to beat depression? You want to stop feeling like your soul is fading? Then listen carefully. Your life is perfectly designed to get the results you're getting. If you're waking up tired, distracted, numb, bitter, addicted, disconnected, it's because your current system allows it. Your habits are feeding your hell, and no one's going to change them for you. So what do? We burn the script. The one that says you have to grind until you die. The one that says men can't feel. The one that says escape is easier than effort. The one that tells you to shut up and take it. Throw it in the fire. We're writing a new one. One habit at a time. 1. The morning war room. You wake up, first thing, no phone. That screen is a loaded weapon. You're too vulnerable when you first rise. The algorithm is not your friend. It feeds on your fear and steals your direction. Instead, sit still. 2 minutes. Breathe like your life depends on it. Because it does. Feel your body. Say the line. I rise. I rebuild. No matter what. Then move. 20 push-ups. Cold water on your face. Sunlight in your eyes. Primitive? Yes. Effective? Always. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Abraham Lincoln. 2. The King's Fuel. Eat like a man who respects himself. You're not a trash bin. You're a temple under reconstruction. Cut the sugar. Cut the processed poison. Cut the alcohol if you're spiraling. You don't need to be perfect, just clean enough to think straight. Remember, a foggy mind can't fight dragons. 3. The sacred hour. Every day, 1 hour is yours. No phone, no chaos, no people, just you and your mission. You read, you journal, you build something, you lift, you pray, you listen to that voice you've been ignoring, the one that remembers what you used to dream about before life kicked the door in. This hour, it's not negotiable. It's sacred. And don't tell me you don't have time. If you got time for scrolling, you've got time for saving your damn life. 4. The brotherhood rule. Stop isolating. You weren't made to do this alone. Every man needs a band of warriors around him. Even if it's just one. Text a brother. Call your mentor. Join a group that makes you level up, not dumb down. Because when you surround yourself with men who are also rebuilding, you stop making excuses. 5. The no list. Let's talk boundaries. The fastest way to fall back into the pit is to keep entertaining what broke you. Write the list. No more chasing women who don't see you. No more scrolling for validation. No more fake friendships. No more saying yes to things that rob your soul. This list, it's your armor. You enforce it with the same intensity you'd use to defend your family. 6. Nightfall check-in. Before bed, you don't just crash. You close the day like a man. 3 questions. What did I do today that made me proud? What drained me? What will I do better tomorrow? Then say the line again. I matter. I rise. I rebuild. No matter what. Repeat it until your subconscious believes it more than the lies the world told you. Let me be blunt. This isn't a phase. It's a lifestyle. You don't recover and go back to normal. That version of you is gone. Good. He was dying anyway. This new version, he's dangerous. Because he knows what rock bottom feels like. And he's not going back. So here's your mission. Build a system that feeds your fire and burns your excuses. But until then, here's your challenge. Comment if you're done surviving and ready to rebuild as a king. Share this with a brother who's still stuck in silence. He needs you. And remember, movement is medicine. Discipline is therapy. Brotherhood is protection. Purpose is power. If you made it this far, respect. Not because you survived, but because you refuse to settle. This third block isn't about technique anymore. It's about identity. Because without that, nothing stands. You can train, hustle, read every self-help book. But if deep down you still believe you're just a walking mistake, tolerated by God, ignored by the world, you will fall again and again. So hear me now, like your father standing at the gates of your soul. You are not what they did to you. You are what God dreamed when he created you. 1. The call of the king. God didn't make you be a slave. Not to your past. Not to your addictions. Not to your depression. You were made to rule, not arrogantly, but righteously. A king protects, provides, leads, loves, even when he's bleeding. But a king without a throne is just surviving, and survival is dangerous because it makes you numb. You get distracted. You give up. You settle. Time to take your throne back. Look in the mirror. Take dominion over your body, over your eyes, over your thoughts. He who rules his spirit is stronger than he who takes a city. Proverbs 16, verse 32. 2. Priest of the quiet place. You want healing? You want peace? Then step into the presence. Every man needs a secret place, a space where he bleeds before God without shame. Because in that place, there's no audience, no performance, just truth. Pray like a starving man. Weep if you must. Be still. Be raw. Be real. You don't need more religion. You need relationship. And if you think you've messed up too much, that you're too dirty, too broken, too far gone, look at the cross. Look at him. He saw everything, and he still chose you. 3. Legacy can't be bought, it's lived. That pain you carry, it's not useless. It can become testimony. It can become a path for other men still stuck in chains. But only if you choose to turn wounds into wisdom. Raise your voice. Be the example. Be the kind of man your sons will admire. Even if they haven't been born yet, leave something that doesn't die. Not cars, not clout, but a mark on time. A legacy of courage, faith, truth, discipline, and quiet strength. 4. The code of a new man. Write this down. Etch it into your soul. I protect. I don't run. I discipline. I don't surrender. I lead, even when I'm afraid. I love, even with scars. I kneel before God, so I never bow to the world. 5. The final word. You won't win with willpower alone. You win with a restored identity. So before this trilogy ends, speak this out loud, like a vow of war. My pain will not define me. My story does not end here. I am a man. I am a son. I am the rescue, and I will go all the way. Drop a comment if this block 3 lit something in you. Send it to a brother who forgot who he is. Subscribe. Save this. Rewatch it when the weight comes back. And never forget, when a man reconnects with God, the chaos loses its power.